Orchid. I'm at Collision right now at the booth, the Schulich York University booth, Shaping the Future of Tech booth. Super excited to be hanging out with this brand new startup. Some exciting news to tell you, but let me just hand it over to Kian and he'll tell you all about it.
Hi, my name is Kian Rastegar, and I am part of the first cohort at the Tech MBA here at the Schulich School of Business. And we're excited to, with my co-founder here, start EduFund. And I will let him introduce himself as well.
Hey everyone, my name is Akash. I'm his classmate. We met through Tech MBA, and then we came across this finance project called EduFund, and professor encouraged to pursue us. And now we are here today.
The two other co-founders aren't here, just so that, and their names are?
Ayo and Mark.
First of all, this is an incredibly diverse team, and they all have some incredible backgrounds. Actually, I would say Kian's background as a co-founder is really amazing. So tell us what other things you do besides doing, startup stuff.
Quite an indecisive background to start, but I think we finally found our place. I was originally studying to become a dentist, and then I became a technician, and then I went to law school, and now I'm a lawyer in the Tech MBA. And now that we're doing a business degree, we've fallen into entrepreneurship, and I think we found home.
Your mom must be freaking out. Like, what is he going to be when he grows up, right? Yes. Yeah. So one of the things that's fascinating about this startup that I just met you guys last week, literally, and you won an award. So tell us about this award and why you think you deserve it.
So we founded this startup through, as I said, finance project. Then we went into Schulich Startup Nights. And that's where we pitched. We got the opportunity to pitch among 3 other student category pitches. That's where we won the award because we wanted to create a community where alumni can give back to their alma mater in form of financial help to students. And this will not only create positive impact for students, but it'll create positive impact for alumni and universities.
So I'm super excited to hear about this because when I met you guys last week, I learned about it. As most of us, we have a university that we're alumni of, and it's very rare that after you graduate many years, you hear from them and they don't just ask for money. And I got very excited. I think that what you have created is super unique. So can you tell us a little bit about how it would work and what is the benefit for the students or the startups, and what's the benefit for the alumni?
Well, one of the things that we keep hearing across the board, whenever we talk with any alumni, like I was fortunate enough to actually do some personal market research. I would go to the Schulich alumni dinners and speak with the people who would donate. And something that they would constantly express, like yourself, is, I'm donating my money. I want to see what it's doing. I want to see the impact. I want to be part of the process. And I want to sort of see the fruits of my labor bloom. And impact investing is actually becoming the quickest growing investment field at the moment. So there's clearly a demand to be able to have a palpable change happen in front of you. So the benefit for students is obviously financial accessibility. The benefit for the alumni becomes being able to be personally part of the process and get that rewarding, gratifying feeling of supporting somebody. And institutionally, the schools get to find out where the pain points are, where people might need more support, where they could make a difference, and reiterate for much more optimized support in the future.
And I guess one of the questions is, you're starting obviously with Schulich, but how are you going to decide where to go next? Because I can see how many other schools will want to have this, and what are your plans for scaling?
Schulich will be our foundation, our beta, because we got a lot of support from Schulich. And definitely that'll be our flag university. After that, we will look for connections, network, and try to expand on those colleges which actually need, and they have. No, everyone needs this. Every college needs this, but we will
Everyone needs the financial accessibility.
Exactly. But we will try to form connections, and we'll first try to go to our college's alma mater, and then we try to figure out where to go next. Yeah.
Actually, if I can speak to that, I think starting intimately with Schulich is not just sort of like planting our flag, but also it's like a professional school. So it's a little easier to keep track of. Having professional schools of business, schools of medicine, schools of dentistry, schools of law, and then expanding from there for volume would present a much more strategic way of doing that. But again, wherever the market takes us, we'll follow the guidance of those who are wiser.
Or older. So I have a question. As an alumni, if I wanted to, let's say I'm at Schulich and I know about this, what kind of activities would I be doing to, I guess, what is with my funds, like what kind of things can I be doing that would help me? Why would I be involved as an alumni in this program?
Well, beyond the persona of pure returns, because we do get those. Like sometimes we would talk to someone and they'd say, well, what's in it for me? Like monetarily, obviously you'd want to see some sort of, other than gratification, some sort of return on that investment, which we'll talk about later. But like I was talking about earlier, being a part of somebody's life sort of like brings out an almost like not maternal or paternal side of people where they are now contributing and literally invested in the growth of their professional development. Now, obviously, we're going to be starting out with donations, but something that we obviously dreamed of and we pitched separately at the pitch night was being able to also handle low interest loans for students, so that breaks down one further barrier for them. We would be able to take matters into our own hands and facilitate that growth with not just our funds, but with the funds of the donors. Now, what you can expect as an alumnus donor is a personal connection with the person that you're supporting, the ability to present mentorship and guidance. And I think you already know how gratifying that is, because like you have helped so many people on their journeys. So, I mean, multiply that feeling by about however many people it is you're going to be supporting. And that's what you're going to start off with. And then in the future, when we're handling loans, there will be more of a monetary incentive to join.
I love it. You're building a community as well.
Oh, it's
so. And again, there's some interesting things about what these people can do in this community. So it's not just alumni doing something for the students. I'm curious about whether you've thought about student to student, alumni to alumni. How would you? What are your thoughts there? Is there anything there that you have planned?
So basically, you're saying like what kind of connections, like student to student, alumni. So as like just to reiterate what Kian said, definitely you'll have mentorship. Students will get mentors. And I'll just paint a case or the study here. I am an international student. When I came here, I had no connection. I came alone. I had no one. And if this platform had existed for me, not only if, let's say, not financially, but like if I had a mentor, he would have guided me through, okay, these are the things different in this country. These are the culture shocks you should be aware of. This is how you should approach these things. That'll be very, very beneficial. So our startup is not only helping from finance perspective, but a mentorship perspective, which is very, very important, we think, in life, like for the students.
And that's whether that comes from the alumni or the students. Like you said, like this is something where it's, it takes a village, really. It's the alumni that sort of like provide a certain guidance, but like you also are able to look to your peers for, like you said, you're an international student coming in and somebody who's domestic might be able to tell you like, hey, do this, don't do this, avoid the traffic, stuff like that.
Yeah, and there may be things you guys haven't even thought about yet. Like some of your people, that's great.
Oh yeah, we have so much more research.
Yeah. So one thing, since, we're videoing this obviously, and you're talking to a lot of people, is there anything that you wanted people to do right now to help you? I know you just won a little sum of money, but how are you getting funded? Like, what can people do to help you if they wanted to?
Well, first and foremost, basically keep an eye on the updates. We have created our EduFund LinkedIn page, which I don't know if there's going to be like a description or something on the video, but we can link it there. That's where we're starting things off. But keeping an eye and being able to, and signing up when we launch the product would be an incredible, incredible help, because this is something that will feed into itself. Once you start, it becomes sort of like an engine that like perpetuates itself, because you're feeding into this community. So signing up, being aware, and supporting us, not just monetarily, but, getting the word out would be incredible.
Great. Anything else, Akash?
Just irritating same. You can be part of the critical mass. Once we cross the critical mass, it will be a very big impact or a contribution to community. So be part of that. Look out for EduFund LinkedIn page and for the website edufund.ca.
Thank you. It's great meeting you, and best of luck. You don't need luck. This is going to be fabulous.